Hi, I'm Dan.
And I'm Marc.
And this is the Dark
Ballcast. A disclaimer. This week's episode of the Dark Ballcast is extremely disgusting. Not only that, but unfortunately, after listening back, we have now discovered it is also not very funny. Enjoy!
Cramp. There'll be some science that's really...
Ghosts. Muscle ghosts. Muscle ghosts. It is.
Muscle ghost.
It is.
It's spite.
Spite.
You get cramp when you've built up way too much spite.
That's what they called it. When it was first a thing in the 1600s, it was called bone spite.
Oh, fuck. I've got a leg spite.
Yeah, it's called, leg spite. Oh, in general, it was bone spite, but if it was like localised to a certain point, neck spite.
Oh, I'm spited.
In advance, the advances of modern medicine have determined it's not actually spite, but ghosts. So you could be walking along. Remember in the first Ghostbusters where ghosts just took over New York, and then they're just fucking gambling about everywhere, aren't they?
Gambling, yeah.
So it's like that. You walk down the street, but because we're in Britain, our ghosts are all invisible because they're more polite.
Yeah, I think
So,
I was actually reading a study by Dr. Acula. He was saying about how it wasn't until roughly about 2020 that they managed to figure this out because they all had so much time on the hand. Just one hand. Just
that one-handed Dr.
Yeah.
So what happens is you walk down the street.
He lost his other hand to spite.
And there'd be to Sprite. Open the can wrong.
Yeah. Got all sevened up.
So you walk down the street and then a really bored ghost is just sort of gambling about and like, that looks like a tasty wrist.
Yeah.
And they just fly into your wrist and you're like, ooh. That's going to work for 10, 15 minutes.
You know when you get the shivers and you're like, someone's just walked over my grave? It's actually what happens when someone walks near your grave. Not over it.
Cramp.
Just near it. You get a bit of spite.
You see, I would argue that cramp is worse than random shiver.
I don't know. Depends on the
shiver
time.
Doesn't hurt.
Well, you know, there's inopportune moments for a random shiver.
I think that my life would be immensely benefited if I was constantly vibrating like that. Because that's all a shiver is. That's all a shiver is. It's just cold vibration.
You reckon?
You get so cold that what it is, it's God sending your body a text.
I think you've missed the whole point.
Jesus looks down and goes, he's too cold, but he's not realised it yet. I'm going to send him an SMS. And then because your body's on silent, you vibrate.
You just defaulted to silent.
It's in the Bible, that.
I think you missed the point, though. What's the benefit of vibrating constantly?
No one would come near me, would there? Be great in bed.
Yeah.
Not that, obviously, I'm not.
Yeah, well, I mean,
you've heard.
There's been no study into that yet,
You've heard things.
Can't confirm or deny.
So, I've not been very well.
No.
I've been off work for some time.
Shit.
Not the shivers, not the cramps. The poos. I had the poos, Dan.
It's the worst kind of ill, isn't it?
I had diarrhea and like people go, you're throwing up. I threw up once, but it was violent.
What? Okay. Like, the first one's the worst as well, isn't it?
But it was the only one. So what happened was it was me dad took me and the kids and Sophie out for just something to eat at Witherspoons. And I had a couple of pints and a big old fucking mixed grill. Loads of meat.
Right.
Well, I say meat.
Mistake number
Witherspoons
one.
In it.
Like.
Yeah, Witherspoon's meat is mistake number.
Fuck.
And I was fine. And then a bit later, because I had my tea earlier than normal, a bit later on, I the kids had gone to bed.
Do you think that's what caused it?
No.
A break of routine?
Yeah, probably. I thought I'll have a bit of ice
Slight
cream
deviation.
as well. A full tub of ice cream goes down as well. Then I go to work in the morning, start at 8 o'clock. I'm like, no, sorry. I went for a shit before I left for work. I was running late.
Yeah.
Got on the toilet, and you know it's bad when your shit hisses.
Hisses?
Yeah. It was a lot more liquid than I'd liked my shit to be. So I thought, right, this is an omen of things to come. Get to work, go for a couple more, get to the point where I think, nah, this ain't gonna do this. I said to my boss, look, I've got the runny poos.
Oh no.
I have to go home, knock on the head. So they said, yeah, go home, that's fine.
Do you know, like,
so
you were brave going into work, because I swear to God, do you know when you have like a fart that smells so bad, you're suspicious you're going to be ill?
Yeah.
I mean, like, at that point, sometimes if my fart smells bad enough, I'll ring in sick. Just like preemptively, it's like, that don't smell. I'm not well. Like, I can feel absolutely fine.
The problem is, mate, that all mine smell bad. Like, so
you get sent home.
But when I was, so I got sent home, I went to bed. The next day, later on that day is when the sick came. And I think I probably a low point of my entire life.
Oh.
So I'm sat on the toilet with me Rick and Morty pajamas round me ankles and me work shirt still on. And I'm spraying liquid feces all over the inside of the bowl.
We should have done a trigger warning before.
And then, then I feel it start to rise up, and I thought, here it comes. Here comes the six. So I look to my right to where the sink is. Luckily, the sink is right next to your head.
Yeah,
full of kids' bath toys. I know what you're thinking. If the sink's got all the bath toys, that means the bath's free, because the bath is on directly to my left. Now, the bath was free, but only the half closest to me. There's still loads of kids' toys in the other half. So I thought, right, it's all right, I'll just sort of localise it. Be fine.
Did you not just like frantically start scooping kids' toys into the bath?
No time. So I stood up. I stood up to make sure that I reached the bath.
Right.
And not only did I reach the bath, but my sick went over the bath and into the wall.
Oh, no.
And then it ran down, and then I was sick for a good minute constantly.
Jeez.
And it was chunky. There was meat, like a lot of meat.
That makes
And it tasted very beery as well. So I had a couple of pints
like,
on that.
This is what amazes me about when you're sick. It's like all the food hits your stomach and goes, we're not even going to try digesting. You're ill now.
No,
and you ate this before you knew it.
I'm on protest.
Yeah.
So I finally stopped being sick. It's in my beard. I've got poo rolling down the inside of my thighs. And I was like, this isn't nice. I don't like this. But all right, I thought, all right, before I get sat back down on the toilet, let me rinse down the bath quick with the shower.
Oh no!
So I start doing that, but obviously it's quite chunky, so it starts to fill up the bath slightly, which wouldn't have been a problem. I thought it's fine. I'll just sort of deal with the chunks now. So what I start doing is I start trying to push half digested meat with my thumb down the plug hole.
You need one of those like American styly sink blades.
Yeah,
like but in a bath it'd be more like a toe cutter, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Now, Ivor's got a certain bath toy. It's a baby shark one.
Ivor's one of his sons.
Yeah,
but not the one he's protecting the identity of, though. This one's not worth as much.
So Ivor's got a baby shark bath toy, and it's a plastic shark. And when it gets wet, it starts to sing Baby Shark on repeat until it dries off. So here I am in the house by myself, liquid poo rolling down my legs and me.
Stop emphasising the wetness of your leg, Mark.
And me pyjamas around my ankles, trying to push meat chunks down the plug hole with this Korean bullshit at the end of the fucking bath singing out at me. And I thought to myself, I'm quite sad. I'm not happy about this situation at all.
That is so depressing.
So that's
how you spent the last
that was probably the high point. That was probably the high point. Yeah.
Jesus. So I wasn't ill. It was all self-inflicted, but we just had, Easter bank holiday. So
for our American audience, for for our global audience, I should say.
Right.
Bank holidays are something you have in England where the government goes, have a day off.
Yeah, have a day off.
This time we had a day off because of Jesus and that, didn't he? Because he died for a bit.
And then he got up. He laid all the eggs.
And then he fucked off. And so now we eat shit ton of chocolate and get smashed.
I'm wondering when they'll actually get through Jesus's egg reserve.
Egg reserve.
Because everyone's really worried about how we're running out of oil. I'm like, look, the man was only alive for a day.
It's like a salmon,
how many eggs did he lay?
It's not. He didn't lay them. It's like, when you cut open a fresh salmon, it's got roe. Or like a sturgeon.
So yeah, basically, as always, I say, I'll just have a few, come back, have a kebab, go to bed. No, I didn't have a few. Now, how much would you say is a few? If you were saying a few, what's the upper limit?
Well, to be honest, if you just have a quiet few.
Okay, so I had a few. And when you eat your kebab, you think you're on the home straight, aren't you?
Yeah,
you're like, I've eaten the kebab.
You've eaten the night. You've eaten the kebab. It's the end of the night.
Yeah, you're like, I'll be fine. The kebab's gone down. I was not fine. I wrote the whole next day off. And I do this thing where if I know I'm going to be
safe
sick,
in the knowledge that this is what Jesus wanted.
Do you know how when
while he was on the cross?
You know when you wake up and you're like, I do not feel well.
Believe it or not, yeah.
I've woken up, but I'm not sure if I'm dead or not. Right? Do you know when
I can confirm you are not.
Say you're about to be sacked. Some people are like, no, I quit. So I kind of do that, but when I know I'm going to throw up because I'm hungover, I'm like, I think I'm going to be sick. So I immediately get all my fingers down my throat.
Yeah.
Every time. So
this was my choice.
I was on the second time of doing that, because when you don't get it quite up the first time. So I go back, and as I was there, dry heaving, it honestly felt, do you know how frogs do that thing where they'll throw up the stomach to scare away predators? I was like, there was a moment in my head I was thinking, I've never met my dad, but now would be a bad time to find out he was a frog. And to see my entire digestive system come up.
What would you do?
Well, what could you do?
If you threw up and literally it was like you were in itchy and scratchy and just all the inside of you just came out.
Well, I'll tell you what I wouldn't do. Flush.
I'd have to take a few pictures.
Oh, yeah. Selfies.
I'd throw it around my neck like a scarf.
Like one of those
scarf.
One of those water backpacks for long distance runners that they're just sipping out.
Like, remember when Lady Gaga wore all that steak as a dress?
Yeah.
So I've got winter accessories made of my own guts. I've been trawling the internet.
Yeah.
And I ended up just sort of going through Urban Dictionary.
Oh, I miss that from when I was
when you were a kid, yeah. So
my favourite thing was, so if you don't know what Urban Dictionary is, it's where there's rude words and definitions of what they mean online.
Yeah, and loads of sex acts which are never a thing.
No one's ever
done them. No one's ever going to.
My favourite thing at school was, because you could submit your own stuff to Urban Dictionary and there was little to no check-in.
Yeah.
You'd create a term, you'd create a definition, you'd put an example of how to use it in context. I used to when I was at home, come up with ones about my friends and start calling them it. And when they'd be like, what you on about? I'd be like, look, it's online. and it would describe them in explicit detail.
Stop trying to make a thing.
Yeah.
So with that, what I'll do is I'll tell you the name of the thing and see if you can guess it. See if you know what it is. So, do you know what Charizarding is?
Oh, no.
the big orange.
Well, Charizard was a dragon Pokemon, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was the angry one.
Is it something? I think I've heard of some kind of dragon one. Fuck me.
I'm trying my hardest.
You are the snottiest.
Really trying my hardest. I'm so moist inside.
So,
this big body holds so many liquids. Some are more viscous than others, but all are trying to escape.
It's every single podcast.
I am trying.
Like,
I'm better than when we started,
yeah.
but I'm still bad.
Okay.
If it makes you feel any better, one day soon I'll die.
Okay. Fuck off.
So Charizarding, what's
Yeah,
that?
Charizarding.
If you were to Charizard your girlfriend tonight, what'd you do to her?
God. Probably tackle. But that was a Pokemon move, wasn't it, on the games?
Quick attack.
Quick attack. Thrash.
Harden.
Yeah. Harden. Good old Metapod. No one can hurt me inside the pod. So, Charizarding. Well, it's a dragon. Is there something to do with blood on this one?
No blood.
Oh, good, okay. Because I remember there was one that...
Definitely fire, though.
Fire.
Fire.
Oh, Mark, my guess will be so far off. Tell me.
Charizarding is when you light a girl's pubes on fire and put it out with your jizz, then flap your arms and say, "You don't have enough badges to train me." It's the badges bit.
Yeah.
I love it.
The most stressful part of that situation is I know that if there was a fire in the same room as me trying to nut, I don't think I could ejaculate.
Yeah, the pressure.
The pressure.
Would be a lot, wouldn't
yeah.
it?
I'd probably...
That's why I always keep a little bit in a test tube in my pocket at all
Just
times.
ready to go when you
just
made
in
it
case,
earlier.
just in case there's like you Charizarding and it goes wrong.
How much effect can... I mean,
It's
depends on the size
It's
of...
super effective.
Oh, you know what? Moving on.
Right, next
one.
Suicide wank.
Oh, shit.
What are you doing if you have a suicide wank? Let's demonstrate. Not really.
So...
Otherwise known, I'll give you a clue. It's otherwise known as a danger wank.
A danger wank. Isn't that where you're in the house with someone else, say your parents,
Yeah.
and you're having a wank, and you shout them to come,
And
then you've got to finish up and hide it before they get there.
Well, I've never heard of hide it. Just you've got to finish before they get to your room.
Yeah, but I mean, sure, it's
I
implied,
do it
isn't
on
it?
the floor, just at the doorway, so they slip like on a banana skin.
The forbidden Mario Kart move.
I'd never heard of this one. Bathroom battleship.
Bathroom battleship.
So we could play this.
Could
you need
we?
two friends.
Right. Go on.
Oh, I thought you were going to guess. All right.
Oh.
When two friends are in a public bathroom in adjacent stalls taking dumps, each wipes their ass with toilet roll and then proceeds to toss the soiled toilet roll over the top of the stall into his friend's stall in an attempt to hit his friend with the soiled toilet roll. Similar to the game Battleship, except you use toilet roll with shit on it instead of plastic pegs and a bathroom stall instead of the game board.
Thanks for clearing that bit up. Like,
I think next time we're out...
that is horrendous.
All right, next. Alligator fuckhouse.
What the fuck? Is that not like a film with Steve Irwin? Pre-death.
Before he was rich. He had to make money somehow.
That's why he was so comfortable around
Like
them.
Stallone.
Yeah, they were all just old friends.
No, alligator fuckhouse. Do you know what an alligator fuckhouse is?
Right. So alligators do this thing where they bite you and they roll.
You're on the right track.
I'm imagining you're going down on someone.
No.
Oh. And you're just gradually rotating.
No, so it's I love the way it starts. A daring sexual maneuver. Mid-coitus, one person bites the neck of the other, locks their arms and legs down, and goes into a death roll, all while maintaining insertion. Oh, good.
Maintaining insertion. Oh, fuck, man.
Oh, yeah, I like that one.
But
You're trying to picture it, aren't you? Trying to stay in. I could barely get it in.
I mean, it sounds quite exciting, if I'm honest.
Hello.
No. Puts the danger back in.
It does, doesn't it? Next, Angel's Touch.
Okay,
An Angel's Touch is?
It's not that...
Only we could get this as men. Or should I say... I shouldn't really say that. Only people with dicks can get this.
I'm imagining, like, that... Do you know the whole Sistine Chapel, like, mural thing where he's on that cloud and he's...
It's
you know,
not
with the touching fingers?
Yeah, it's not that.
I was hoping it was going to be like that, but dicks.
Dicks. When you are pissing or shitting and your dick touches the urinal or toilet where other dicks have probably been.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
It's an angel's touch.
Wow. I mean, that I've never thought about it before, but anyone who's, you know, gone for a sit-down wee on my toilet has
Probably
touched their penis where penises have touched before.
Exactly. Phantom docking.
That's really upsetting.
Isn't it?
Why is there no kind of device to prevent that?
I want to know why they're in a support group. I think I should be able to claim a benefit from the government for it.
Yeah. Get yourself some PTSD.
Saddle backing. You know what it is when you saddle back? This is more an American thing, I think. But
saddle backing.
Saddle backing.
I just can't imagine how you could like ride someone like a horse, but also be having
I like the way
sex.
that you went to horse riding. I went to Nickelback.
Stop.
Marc. Every time it just makes me laugh.
Just everyone stay quiet till he's finished.
I've got a silly perm.
You've just got to let it happen.
From Canada. Married to Avril Lavigne.
Sure, he's nearly done.
Looking at photographs.
Here we go. Here we go. Back to the segment. I knew it had passed. I knew it had passed.
Saddle back in. Never forget that man is married to Avril Lavigne.
Still?
I don't know. They're still married. Was it? She was. Didn't she? Was she married to Alexa?
No. Stop.
Is Avril Lavigne married to Chad Kroger?
You're not getting it. It's not happening.
Have you just turned it off?
I'm just going to Google it, mate.
It's just turned itself off mid-question.
Yeah, because I sold it told her not to.
You slag.
To...
Because she was married to the singer of Sum 41, wasn't she?
Oh my God. Oh no, I think they broke up in 2015.
Sum 41 or Nickelback?
Nickelback.
Nipple slap. Anyway, what's saddlebacking?
Right, I don't know. We're so off track.
Saddlebacking, the term for the phenomenon of Christian teens engaging in unprotected anal sex in order to preserve their virginities. Named after Saddleback Church, home of the Reverend Rick Warren, who is a proponent of abstinence education, the sex ed that has convinced so many Christian girls and boys that butt fucking doesn't count as sex.
That is so far from anything I'd have imagined. It's just Mormon anal.
Basically. So there's this guy in America who's basically convinced all these teenagers, like, can't have sex before marriage. Unless it's in the ass. It don't count if it's in the ass, kids. You, little girl, come here.
Stop.
Right, duck butter.
Duck butter?
Yeah.
So this one's a substance, not a sex move.
It is a substance.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't want to know what this one is, Mark.
The combination of sweat from the ballsack and anus that creates a buttery film on the grundle and butthole. occurring usually from an unwashed scrotum, creating a smelly odour that worsens in thickness and odour by the minute.
No.
Grundle.
That's the worst.
It's not.
How many more of these have you got?
There's quite a few. I've skipped a few, but there's still quite a few.
How did you trail off mid-sentence?
Because I was skipping some. Right.
You said there's still quite a few, about 4 times.
Still quite a few.
With decreasing volume. You sounded like your own echo.
Shut the fuck up. You shouldn't have spoke to me. Right. Frosty the Snowman.
Right. Is it where you use a carrot in lieu of a penis?
In lieu of... No, it's not. It's a game.
Right.
Where you get 4 of your friends, mostly guys or girls who can squirt. Where you all jack off into a hat, brackets, top hat is preferable. And the last person to come, or the person who can't come, into the hat has to wear the hat resembling a melting snowman.
Oh, no. So my brain, as soon as you said, 4 of your friends, I was hoping it was going to say 4 different size people, arrange them in size order, get them to curl up into a ball, largest one on the bottom, second largest on top, in like a snowman style. Top one gets to be the head, obviously. Then they just hold a carrot in the mouth.
And do what?
Sex. Moves.
No. Right, hot Carl. What is it when you give someone a hot Carl?
Carl?
Hot Carl.
Like the person?
Yes, Karl.
Oh.
I assume that can be substituted as a C. C-A-R-L. I don't know.
Carl with a K.
Hot Carl.
Hot Carl. I don't know. Oh, what? No, I ain't gonna fuck. No, I'm not. I don't know.
To shit into a sock and then hit a person in the face with said sock.
I don't like this game.
So if I were to give you a hot Carl, I'd shit in my sock, fucking spin it round and slap you in the face with my poo-filled sock.
Who? Right. Did someone come up with this?
Well, no, it didn't just exist.
All right, we'll come up with our own then.
I don't think it's in the Bible.
We've each got to come up with a definition. Let's make our own move. I've had enough of these. These are all...
Some of them are really good. I've got to find the really good ones.
All right, pick a good one, Mark.
You've put me on the spot.
We could go on forever on this. Urban Dictionary is massive.
No, because I've only got a list of...
What we should have done
I've got a list of some.
We should have done a highlight each week. You should spread this out over the weeks. We could have gone, okay, we'll do one a week.
Right, I've got a couple more I want to pepper in.
Okay.
Poo butter.
Is it like you pretend you're Amish, right? And instead of like churning the butter with one of those things, like the wanky machines they use, they're actually jacking someone off, but then when they're about to nut, they shit.
No.
Oh, that was a good one though.
It was. But I'd call that the shit churner.
Yeah, the shit churner. That makes sense.
So poo butter. Poo butter is one of the ultimate paybacks to your mortal enemy, or failing that, a superbly disgusting prank that will make you the most outcast, hated human being on your friends list.
Right. Okay. Now, with this information, is it where you lay a perfect log and you encase it entirely in butter?
You're not far off.
And then repackage it.
You're not far off.
So then when the person goes to take a slice of delicious butter...
Slices the butter.
Well, you don't just... What are you going to do?
You scrape it up out the back.
You can. Or just take a slice.
You're not far off.
Right, go on.
Simply sneak into your victim's kitchen, take a tub of butter or margarine from the fridge, place it in the microwave to reduce the butter or margarine to liquid. Pour the liquid into an empty receptacle such as a bowl or a glass and put it to the side. Now take the empty butter container and shit into it. Once this filthy task is complete, pour the liquid butter or marge back on top, replace the lid, then place it back in the fridge. Soon it will re-solidify, completely hiding the deathly secret you have laid waiting. Your hapless victim will start using the butter, but one day, as the level recedes, they start scraping a peculiar substance out of the tub that is definitely not butter.
Oh, no. I mean, you could do that with anything, couldn't you? It doesn't have to be poo. It could be a rat.
A rat?
You could just put a rat in there.
Or like a dead mouse or something.
Yeah, dead.
So just put it in live.
That's a terrible joke. I would never do that.
Right,
I'd probably stick with shit.
I'll give you one more and then we'll try and make our own up.
Okay.
The Bosnian seesaw.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Mate, that sounds like
You're intrigued.
That one sounds like a war crime. Fuck.
When a man needs to pleasure two females at once, he puts a strap on backwards and thrusts back and forth while a girl is bent over in front and behind him.
Say what you want.
I don't believe that's possible, but I would pay to see it.
Say what you want. That's clever as shit. That's really good.
You know what gets me? Why is it called the Bosnian seesaw?
Place of origin. You know, it's got to start somewhere, Mark.
So, right, you want to try and make one up?
Yeah. Okay. So, it's got to be titled The Dark Ball. All right? You want to go first or shall I?
You go first.
Okay. So, this one takes a little bit of preparation. You freshly shave one or both bollocks. You write an erotic love letter to... What? What was that face for?
I'm just not anticipating it.
You write an erotic love letter for, your
partner,
your
significant
partner,
other,
your partner, someone you adore, someone you secretly admire, and put it in the envelope. You get some, instead of a postage stamp, you dip your ball in some ink and you dab it on the envelope. You can also seal the envelope with hot wax if you're daring enough. The dark ball.
So yours went quite romantic, didn't it?
Yeah. What's more romantic than an inky or waxy testicle?
So I went...
Ask a squid. They'll say nothing.
Ask a squid. Excuse me, squid. If you're a squid, write in.
Oh, squid. You said tentacle, not testicle. I'm so sorry.
So I went disgusting with it in my head.
Already?
Yeah.
Fuck, mate.
So you need to be making love to your lady or your man. And it needs to be in the bum.
Oh, no.
Needs to be in the bum.
I think I see where this one's going.
And it needs to be quite hard and rough. So you get the bum all slack.
This is the most disgusting episode by far. I'm just saying.
It's pretty fucking vile, isn't it?
So much about shit.
And then you pull out.
Yeah.
And then you dip your balls in the gape. The anal gape that's been left there. And then you take that out and you slap them on the forehead. Dark ball.
I hate this.
This is your fault.
I wish I'd stayed at home. Are we keeping this in?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, WikiHow, taking a step away from bashing the people who think that their lives are dictated by
the stars,
the way the planets are, and for some reason I seem to have gone on a bit of a trend lately of animal training and pet having as well. There was the crayfish one there. And
we've not really done much other than that.
That's about it.
In the last 6 months, it's either been astrology or it's been training up shrimp.
That's about it.
I don't know why.
If there was a WikiHow that perfectly combined those, Like how the position of the stars affects your crayfish.
I'm on it, mate.
Yeah. So this time I thought I'll look for something to try and help us, me and you, help our podcast, because no one listens to it.
Oh, okay.
There's a couple of people here and there, and we're very thankful for the people who listen to our podcast. We love you very much.
Yeah.
But we'd like more people to listen to it.
Yeah. And if you've made it through this episode, congrats.
Yeah, and this episode has not cast us both in a decent light.
It's been tough for me.
So I think it's safe
imagine?
to say is that we're not the most likeable people, are we?
No.
So I found us a WikiHow article that's going to help us identify what it is that people hate about us.
Wait, we've gone from being like slightly unlikable to being hated.
Oh, no, people. Yeah, I think people straight up hate us.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Well,
the other day I was walking down the street, someone recognised me and punched my kid. I mean, I wasn't fussed.
Which
It's
one?
that
Both?
Yeah.
Well, they do have two hands.
No,
don't
they punched Daniel so hard it hurt Ivor.
they? Fuck me.
Right. The top 12 traits that make a person unlikable.
Right? Top 12.
So
Okay.
let's see if we hear any of these things in ourselves.
We need to say, okay, as we're going through, it's like you, me, or both.
Yeah.
Okay?
If we're guilty of them.
Yeah.
So because we can't work on ourselves until we've diagnosed the issue.
Yeah.
So let's face it, nobody wants to be disliked. So how can you make sure you get off on the right foot with all the people in your life? You've come to the right place. We'll be walking you through some of the most unlikable traits out there so you know what to do. So you know what to avoid in future interactions. Do
you want to try again?
Yes,
That was awful.
You've come to the right place. We'll be walking you through some of the most unlikable traits out there so you know what to avoid in your future interactions.
That was better.
Fuck off. By knowing what not to do, you'll be one step closer to making a good impression in your next conversation. Now, I'm gonna just take a stab in the dark on this first one, and I'm going to give you a bit of advice.
Right.
You know, people can't see us, can they?
No.
So, but obviously when we're out and about, people can see us.
Oh, yeah.
So our appearances might come off as unlikable. So I'm going to give you a bit of advice straight away.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you to ditch the pointy white hood you've got.
What?
Take that off, Dan.
Oh, no.
Take it off. I love how you put your hood up.
I fucking hate you. It's not pointy. It's just a hoodie.
Right, so number one, these are traits that people find unlikable. Humble bragging. So humble bragging comes across as insincere and arrogant. Like the name suggests, humble bragging involves hiding an achievement behind a complaint or a casual comment. So, example of what not to say. I went to the car dealership yesterday, but I had such a hard time between picking an Audi and a Porsche.
Oh.
What you could say is, I'm so excited. I put a down payment on my new car yesterday.
Yeah. Just be like, I can't wait to get a new car.
So, do you think, are you guilty of the humble brag?
Yeah, sometimes I just find myself saying, I'm just drowning in all of this money.
I don't think you're guilty of it because I don't think you're humble about it.
No.
Like, I got in the car early and you was like, sick pay rise, mate. Picking up my new car later this week. Fucking hell. I've got more money than I know what to do with.
Exactly.
I killed a prostitute earlier just because I can. I don't think.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think I'll just say it as it is.
Yeah, I don't think I'm a humble bragger, mainly because I've got nothing to brag about humbly or regularly. My life is a pit of misery and nothingness. Trait 2. Overly serious attitude.
Oh.
So it's hard to get along with someone who can't find humour in anything. So just to be clear, there's nothing wrong with being on task and taking your work seriously, but try not to let that focus bleed into your day-to-day conversation. So what not to say? Did you not like my other outfits? What you could say. Thanks so much. The old jeans and cardigan were getting a little boring, so I wanted to change things up.
What? Who provoked him?
So
The way that's written, it's...
I know, it's
What does it mean?
I know. So it's like someone. It's like if someone compliments your outfit.
Oh, right. So it's
So if someone
insinuating-
says to you, "That's a really nice white pointy hood you've got on," you go, "Do you not like my other hoods?" You go, "Oh, thanks." You know, I do. I normally wear sort of t-shirt and jeans throughout the day, but
that's-
when we come to these meetings, I like to get the old pointy white hood out.
Stop.
At no point have you denied it.
What? I did say, I was like, it's just a hoodie.
So what do you think? Do you think... I don't think either of us
No.
are guilty of being overly serious, are we?
No. Maybe sometimes I take a few things to heart. Sometimes I do tend to remove quite a lot of things from this podcast that would shine me in a negative light.
You don't care about me then?
No, I mean, you've committed. You don't get to edit. You don't edit.
I've committed various atrocities. I think I'm a serious parent. I'm not a serious person. When it comes to like most stuff, I'm like, ah.
Yeah.
But when it comes to parenting, I'm like, no fun for you.
Sit. Go to
You're
bed.
an emotional and financial drain on me. You will be miserable. This is not my fault you were brought into the world.
Just share your feelings. Make the kids feel how you feel. Send them to work. In the mines. They yearn for the mines.
It was Daniel's birthday the other day, and he was like, "Oh, I can't believe I'm 7 now." And I went, "Yeah, get a job."
Yeah.
3, lack of engagement. Nobody likes feeling ignored or brushed aside during a conversation. Instead, always practice active listening during your chats, whether you're talking to a friend, co-worker, acquaintance, or perfect stranger. So use empathetic language, like, "I can tell that this is really weighing on you," or "that situation sounds really exasperating." Make clear eye contact, Make clear eye contact throughout the conversation while keeping your posture nice and relaxed.
So, like, I could be like, I can tell that you're really annoying me. I find this conversation very exasperating. While just completely dead staring you.
dead in the eye. I'm not happy about this conversation. Not because it's offensive. I just don't want to have it.
Yeah. I want to sit here in silence.
Now, I think when it comes to lack of engagement, I think me and you are very guilty.
Right.
Because apart from this podcast and work, I don't really leave the house. And like my family could say things to me, and like they could be on fire in the same room, and I'd be like, eh. And I won't even know until they're all like ashes. Or like even look at our podcast.
Mm.
We have a terrible level of engagement with the podcast. You know what I mean? Yeah. I put one post out, and that's when the episode gets put up. Apart from that, it's like, the audience will fend for themselves, won't they?
Even sometimes mid-podcast, you just find yourself lost in your phone.
It's because
I'm sat here like looking at you, not looking at me.
I am improving it.
You are
improving.
You are trying. You've got your phone in your hand now.
I'm itching my balls as well.
Yeah, multitasking.
Number 4, low emotional intelligence. So emotionally unintelligent people are almost impossible to get along with. No one wants to spend I think it's missed the word time out there. No one wants to spend time around a glorified child who's always yelling at others, passing the buck, calling people names, and making impulsive decisions.
You yell at me constantly.
Do not.
Like,
how dare you?
If anyone listening to this podcast will be able to hear your volume through how much of your voice is picked up by my mic. You're the one in this podcast. There's 2 voices and only one of them has an echo.
Don't yell at you. I'm just passionate.
Yeah, you are.
I'm just passionate and bubbly.
You do like the ball cast.
I like it.
Yeah, we do. We do like the cast. You should like it too, listeners. Like and follow. That's YouTube, isn't it? Like and subscribe.
Like
give us some
comment
stars
down below
on Spotify.
Yeah, just a couple here and there.
Yeah,
just
that'll do.
Stop just listening.
Participate.
We enjoy that you listen, but do more.
Tell you what, come here. Be a guest.
You sound like you're threatening. Come here. Get here now. Number 5, name dropping. No one likes a name dropper.
Oh.
So what not to say?
Oh, new names just dropped.
I went
Ben
to
Squin.
Ben Squin.
The new name.
If you're out there and your name is Ben Squin,
I'm just over here dropping new names.
left, right,
Like it's nothing.
Cucumberal.
Onash.
Onash. Patrick Onash.
Well, okay, what about Treeb?
Dreeb. All you've done is take tree beard and not add eared to the end.
Treebeard?
Yeah, from Lord of the Rings.
Is that a name?
Treebeard, yeah.
What?
It's the big fucking walking tree.
You know this about me. I don't do Lord of the Rings.
It's hard to watch films when you've got that big white pointy hood.
Stop.
So what not to say? I went to the same college as Tom Brady, an American footballist.
Is that what it means by name dropping?
Yeah. So what you could say is, I went to the University of Michigan. It was pretty cold, but the football games were great. Go Wolverines!
Wait, but like, why is that any more likable than dropping like a fun fact?
Because it makes you sound like a cunt.
Does it though?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah,
like,
right. Go on.
Like you could be, just like, it's like the humble bragging thing again, and it's like, oh yeah, what's that? You've met Tony Blair. Well, I've got the corpse of Prince Philip in my kitchen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's
right next to my Cheerios.
But who's the most famous person you've ever met?
No one. I ain't met any famous people.
You're not?
No.
It's because you're shit. None of them want to meet you.
See, I'm doing the exact opposite of humble bragging.
Well, have you actually met famous people, but you're just not?
Yeah, I've met them all, mate.
Met them all? Everyone?
Like it's like collecting Tazos, isn't it? Tazo. What were Tazos? No, I meant Pogs.
I was going to say they're like Pogs, aren't they? Shit Pogs.
I meant Pogs.
Shit Pogs. Number 6, spreading rumours. Spreading rumours. No one likes a rumour spreader. Do we spread rumours, do you think?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I mean, rumours are just like poor man's conspiracy theories, aren't they? And we're constantly
the conspiracy theories with like no global consequence. But then again,
conspiracy theories are just big rumours.
They are, because didn't we tell everyone that camels were behind 9/11 at one point? I'm sure we did.
I want to go on record now and deny that.
I think because we'd spoke about conspiracy theories, because there's an episode with suspicious camels in the title.
Yeah, they were.
And the Lizard Queen. And I'm sure we said that camels had something about like where were all the camels on 9/11. I'm sure we said like camels had something to do with it.
Well, I mean, they are suspicious.
Like, they're very suspicious. I don't trust any lumpy animal.
And how the fuck they live in the desert?
They don't. I just think they're there. I just don't think we've seen them anywhere else. Because we're not looking for them. Because we're so sure that that's where they live. That you could see, there could be a camel in this room right now, but psychologically, you're absolutely 100% positive they live in the desert.
We've come to tune them out.
Your mind won't like believe that it's there.
We tune them out. In fact, they're so common. We just put like most natural disasters and occurrences down to stupid things like science and not camels.
When really that's what it is.
Yeah.
People saying, the hole in the ozone layer is causing all the sea levels to rise. It's not. It's camels going for a swim.
Yeah.
All at once.
They're not swimming. They're just on the coast with their legs in the water kicking. It's causing
having a little paddle.
Big waves.
Camel paddle.
Big waves, yeah. Recessions? Camels.
Explain.
Well, they're just coming here, aren't they? Coming here. They're rationing. Severely rationing.
You're struggling.
I don't really know what a recession is.
You know what I was going to say? You know what a recession is?
Look, Mark,
Not only do you not know what a recession is, but you also can't link it to camels.
I didn't
Camel-based
I was
recession.
really trying to avoid the fact I didn't know what a recession was.
Yeah, well, you've dug your grave. Now get in.
I can't. There's too many camels in it.
Oh no, my grave's full of fucking camels.
They're so lumpy.
Now, I suppose you could say we're guilty of this one. Close-mindedness.
Yes. Yes.
Why? Why are you so... I mean, I know why we are, but why do you think we are?
spend... Like, this whole segment is us refuting any advice given for no reason. I don't think there's been a single point where we've done a WikiHow segment where we've gone, you know what? That's actually a really good idea.
It's because they're all bullshit.
Or we're just closed-minded, Mark.
No, it's not.
Why? What makes you so sure
I
that
think
your opinion's the correct opinion?
because it's mine.
Been a bit of a... You bragging there about your good opinions, are you, Mark?
Yeah, but not humbly.
No, I was just bragging.
Yeah, damn right. It's a full-on brag. I think we can be closed-minded, but
there is no
for the right way, the right reasons.
All right.
So, like, we're very open-minded when it comes to the rights of gay people and trans people and all them kinds of things, like the proper things.
Yeah.
We're very close-minded when it comes to people who believe that if they leave water out in the sun, it helps.
Yeah.
You know, stupid shit like that. I haven't got time for it, Dan.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
There's no scientific backing up for it. So I've got no time for it.
Yeah.
And also the Christians. We're not very minded when it comes to the Christians.
Like, and also just the whole idea of religion.
No, you see, I couldn't care less. If you wanna sit there,
I don't want to open this up to a rant
and pray to some benevolent zombie in the sky. That's fine. Do what you want. Just leave me out of it. I know you want to save my soul, but don't.
No one's...
Leave it.
No one's making you argue with these people, Mark.
Yes, they are. They start it.
Yeah. But Mark, Jesus once taught, I met him, turn the other cheek. Turn the other cheek, Mark.
I can't when the cheek is forced through my letterbox in the form of a letter.
Oh, no. My letterbox is all gummed up with cheeks.
Pig face. So, yeah, we can be closed-minded.
What number are we on?
8. Oversharing.
Oh.
Do we overshare?
Yeah.
Why?
Half an hour of you talking about shit. Be honest.
Yeah, I think we're very guilty of that because it was my little story at the start. Yeah,
Okay.
Number 10. Where'd number 9 go? Oh, lack of empathy. Number 10, complaining. I don't think we complain.
Yeah, we do, though.
No. When's the last time I complained about anything?
Just a minute ago about cheeks and Jesus. Jesus cheeks.
Well, I was going to say, it's not the cheeks I've got an issue with. You brought cheeks into it. I never once mentioned cheeks.
All right.
Clapped or otherwise.
Yeah, I think we probably complain quite a lot.
I only complain when they start it. I'd have never mentioned it. If they hadn't popped up, then I'd have left well enough alone.
Would you say I'm a complainer?
No, I think you're too laid back.
Yeah, I'm literally horizontal.
Yeah, I think you're more the kind of person who be like, there's something wrong about something, you just want to get it changed and then go back to not caring.
I think that sounds about right.
Yeah,
I think I do complain a lot though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me an example. What do you like to complain about? Complain about something right now.
No, you put me on the spot, Mark.
Recessions. Complain about recessions.
Well, I just hate the fact that all the money's receding. It's like a once beautiful, luscious head of hair is now
there's no need to bring Prince William into this.
less luscious, and
It's less luscious.
and it's all
Your grasp of this country's financial economic situation is unfounded. It's unreal.
oh well. I'm sorry that I'm in such a good financial situation. What a burden. Sorry, I just had to humble brag.
Oh, you fucking ass. Number 11, one-upping.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you one-up people a lot?
Do I? No.
No, I don't one-up people. My life's worse than everyone.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
You've just one downed me, mate.
That makes me likeable.
You're the opposite of one up.
Yeah, I'm likeable.
It's like, okay, I've got a cold up, pneumonia. Pneumonia, mate. Oh, my eyesight's bad. Missing an eye.
Fuck off. It's not like I did it on purpose. Then the last one, we are very guilty of this. Unreliability. And I'll tell you why we're guilty. Because not only does this podcast waver wildly in quality from week to week, or fortnight to fortnight, should I say, but the last episode was 2 full days late with absolutely no warning or acknowledgement.
I feel like if we were on
But to
time...
be fair, I was shitting my guts out.
Yeah. Yeah, you were. I think if we cared too much and put in too much time to this podcast, we'd overcook it.
That's the thing, though.
It would be dry.
That's the thing. Because we don't exactly put a lot of effort into it, but I actually care very deeply about our podcast.
Maybe you should... Maybe you should tell yourself that. Like...
What are you accusing me of?
Maybe you should, try a bit more.
Why?
You know?
What are you trying to say?
Look,
You are a whore.
If we...
You are a dirty whore.
If we look deep within ourselves, can we honestly say that this one...
Right, no. I see what you're doing. You're saying we, but actually making this about me.
Can we...
to try and make it less harsh.
Look, okay, to make it a bit clearer, can you honestly say that this has been one of the good ones?
Oh, no, this has been awful from start to finish.
Yeah, and percentage-wise, how much do you blame this on yourself?
Fucking zero. What did you bring to the table this week?
I think you're wrong.
Fucking bottle flipping on the toilet with empty fucking toilet roll tubes.
I had a whole other segment. It even had a dance counterpart.
Break it out then, right now. Come on. We'll cut everything else.
I'm not in the mood. I feel... we're about an hour and a half into this recording session. I feel like I've been downtrodden. I feel like I've been ground down. Height-wise, I feel 4 inches shorter than when we started.
Well, I'd like to know what the fuck you think you're going to do about it.
Thank you for listening this week. It's been a hell of a journey. I'm so glad that you've managed to join us for the final Dark Ball podcast.
Not the final one. No, I won't let it.
This week, proudly sponsored by Marc's Minimal Effort Club.
I'll always remember.
No one asked for it.
No one needed it.
Well, this was it.
It was the Dark
Ballcast. Fuck off.
What happened?